Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Rasan427. And next today, I'm just going to talk about what's happening at Bad Blood with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. They're actually teaming up to actually take on the Bloodline, well, the new Bloodline. And it's very interesting because I was thinking about it. I was like, who is Cody Rhodes going to face? Now, someone brought up a point of Kevin Owens and Randy Orton doing a triple threat match. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Doing a Kevin Owens match again is just like, that's not really it. And then they started thinking about the Social Call match. And I was like, people didn't really want it at SummerSlam, but I mean, that is the second biggest pay-per-view, so that wouldn't be far-fetched to do a rematch. I was like, I really don't want that rematch, though. Then we got the announcement, we started hearing rumblings. They were going to do it on the first SmackDown, so we're like, okay, that's kind of scratched off because once Cody beats him again, he's not going to get another match. And that's a steel cage. We're like, okay, but, like, it's not enough time for me for them to build up an opponent for Cody to face. So it's kind of like you got like 2 weeks to go and there's really nothing going on. You have a few weeks to go. You already did the solo match. You threw that out the way. So it's like, what do you do with Cody at Bad Blood? And you can't have him not be on the show. First of all, he's going to be on the show, period. Then it's in Atlanta. They're basically building around him. He's not on the poster, which I thought was a little weird, but they put the Hell in a Cell match on the poster, which pretty much makes more sense. But it's in his hometown. He's not going to not be there. He could have did a segment, but it's like, nah, he has to wrestle in his hometown. He basically had to. So with this tag team match, it pretty much makes the most sense. Now I thought about it at like SummerSlam. I was like, we could get Cody and Roman again, but it's like, do we really need that right now or anytime soon? No, not really. So I was like, they're setting up something. Because him saving them, yeah, I assumed that Roman was going to be at this show. They said they were going to bring out at least one big star. People thought The Rock, I never thought The Rock was showing up on SmackDown at all. He's showing up on the Raw episode and setting up whether he faces Cody at the Rumble or he's facing Cody at Mania. I don't know what happened, but he's setting up his WrestleMania match at that first Raw. That's what's going to happen with that. Cena's going to be there. They're going to stack that. Probably Cody and Roman might be on that Raw show. They're going to stack that Raw show up to the max on that first episode of Netflix. That's just what they're going to do. They're going to absolutely stack it. But, and then I sat back and I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. Roman hasn't done a B pay-per-view since last year Money in the Bank. Which Money in the Bank is kind of B pay-per-view, but if we're just counting the big four, it's a B pay-per-view. He hasn't done one. He missed Survivor Series. So I was kind of like, are they really going to have him at Bad Blood? I kind of thought they were going to have him at Bash in Berlin, but then they obviously don't care about him being an international pay-per-views. We found out at Backlash, because a lot of people thought last year at Backlash he was going to be there. Like, this is a huge show. That's when they first started doing the international stuff, so it's like they want to do it big, but no. But it's interesting that they actually picked this show, which, I mean, what else were you going to do with Cody and with the Bloodline at this show? And definitely Cody and Roman is winning. I don't think it's going to set up a match between them. I think it's going to set up what's happening at Survivor Series. I think Roman, the question is, will he be at Crown Jewel? I think there's a chance. I definitely think he's at Survivor Series this year. I would be a little shocked if he's not at Survivor Series this year. Especially they got the War Games. I don't think they're putting a Rock in War Games. But especially they got the War Games. They got enough people for War Games. Because I believe the Bloodline, they have 4 people on their side. And then Roman can build his team with 4 people. So it just makes sense for them to do the War Games. So I definitely think he's at Survivor Series. But will he be at Crown Jewel? That's up in the air right now. But I definitely think this is great for those people in Atlanta. Because you didn't expect really to see Roman. You'd expect him to be there. Like, B pay-per-view. He hasn't done a B pay-per-view in a long, long time. He rarely ever does them anyway. Even if he's at a B pay-per-view. I mean, he stopped doing the Saudi shows as well. He wasn't at the Saudi show this year. Which, I mean, maybe that's because they wanted to save him for SummerSlam, but he still wasn't there and stuff like that. But I definitely think this is a huge tag team match, something huge that they could do at Bad Blood. I think this is the right decision because now the question is, the thing about it is that Cody only needs a few more stops after this because then you're at the Royal Rumble and he's going to have a big match there. Then you're at Mania. So them doing another tag team match kind of prolongs his title reign because some people feel that the opponents have been up there. That's all WWE's fault. That has nothing to do with Cody. That's WWE's fault if you feel like that they haven't stacked the opponents, that he hasn't done what he should have done with the championship. But this prolongs it because there's no competition. And this is why you have the have him face the bloodline some more. This is why he fought Kevin Owens, and it was a great match. But that's why he fought Kevin Owens and felt like, well, he was gonna win anyway, and just like Kevin Owens the babyface, Kevin Owens gonna move on back to Randy Orton anyway. So it's kind of like, what was the point of it? That's the reason they had to do it, because there's no competition, there's nobody for him to face, and this gets prolonged that till we get the crown jewel. I don't know who he faces there. War Games. Maybe he's in a War Games match. Maybe he defends the championship, but that prolongs it even more. But I definitely think it's been a great match. The question is, will this main event, what the hell to set? Because Roman, I mean, you got Roman and Cody in the same. I can't see it not main event. And they're teaming up. Cody's hometown. Even though they put the Hell in the Cell on the poster and they're building it up, and that's a great story, I just don't see it not main event. Cody's hometown, Roman's first match since WrestleMania, and they're teaming up. And it's the bloodline. You know how much they love the bloodline. I just don't see how they don't main event the show. But I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. Because I was surprised they didn't put Cody on the poster and everything like that. That they went with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. But just because you're on a poster does not mean you're main event in the show. There's people who haven't even been on the show and they've been on the poster. There's people who've been in opening mid-card matches and they were on the poster. So we'll just actually see what's actually going on with this. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section below about Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns teaming up. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.